The next poet that I am welcoming to the stage, you know how they say everything comes full circle? This is a really good way of interpretation of that saying. Rhonda Robison, PhD. Dr. Robison is a poet and creative writer who teaches in the English department at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. I met this poetic tour de force in 2006 when you all heard my poetry earlier. Taking this woman's classes, because I took English with her twice, I took 2 of her classes. She gave me the permission to, without even realizing it, make honest art. And she has a zeal for life and a passion for words and a passion for people that's absolutely infectious. And I could go on and name like a bunch of stuff that she's done, but I just have to say I love Ms. Robison, and I have to welcome her to the stage because she's truly someone who has inspired me and my work. So please, please, please put your hands together for my professor, my mentor, Professor Robison.
Christina, were you in my class? Oh, okay. No, actually, Christina is one of those students who makes teaching worthwhile, so thank you. Nous-Zot Press recently published my little book called Ragbag, so I just decided to stick my hand in and pull out a piece, and this is what I'll be reading. Medusa, Gorgon, phallic mother of our deepest fears, poisons the mental landscape. Medusa, her scalp seething with serpents that strike terror in the sturdiest of souls, turns the beholder to stone. Enter our hero, Perseus, knows the only way to maintain his fluidity is to avoid Medusa's gaze. He eyes her reflection in his shield. Chop, chop. Her head is severed and satcheled, and zazoom, he's off with the prize. Symbol of fear. Fear of castration, which is lack, which is feminine, which is womb and tomb, which is change, aha, which is what we fear, and what all humans must conquer within the self before broader change can be effected. This vignette is a postmodern retelling of the ancient myth of Medusa and Perseus. Medusa's cut for Betty Jack, my mother. 1. It's been more years than she can count, and any goddess, however dark, wants to maintain her archetype. Yep, those dreads are locked. Time to unknot those night vipers. Picture your own knackered dew after a 5,000 years nap. Besides, it's taken this long to find a drama queen with enough sheer power to tackle this heavy bevy of boas, rattlers, and black adders. 2. Dwitzen was once a flunky art major, then a funky florist, lately gone hippie hairdresser. His lime green and flamingo parlor packs old school books, hefty hedge clippers, and dippity-doo. He surveyed ancient myth, burns a black candle to ward off surprises, moons over Medusa's tresses, a gloved hand high on his hip. Such an ungodly mess. Surely she needs highlights, shampoo sturdy enough to strip an oil slick, detangler too. Dwitzen slides on his Ray-Bans before catching Medusa's reflection. Ain't gonna turn this bitch to boulder, baby, even if I do like being stoned. Humps under his breath. 3. Cut to a mirror shot of Medusa, a nest of pissed-off serpents arch and spit in tongues. The glass ball before them reflects an uncertain future. Or perhaps it's the awe and terror of that primary self-recognition when one first traps his or her own image as more than raw flux, a mind-body fixation, a cohesive disembodiment. All eyes on those jittery scissor hands. And now Medusa must choose of her precious pets which must go. Goliath's mostly a goner anyway, not much poison left in his punch, and though he shed a few thousand skins, he's been with her from the get-go. She can't let go. Oh, and no clipping them babies either. Otherkin snake in a goo of gray scale and indistinguishables. Which to extinguish? Perhaps our brilliant beautician might crop those cut off already by the insufferable tangle of seething life suffocates Medusa's cerebrum. Goliath purrs in her ear. The young'un set up a hiss. Oh my, watch these maternal units balloon as they slurp down their fussin' hatchlets. Never underestimate those mamas' forked tongues. Divining rods, they sense a scissoring. Our flunky scholar takes pause. Some recollection. An old Britlit class pulls a perm-stained anthology from the shelf, lowers his shades. Aha! Here she flames from that 16th century cave, ye old bitch dragon split belly spilling her 1,000 little ones about the beauty shop floor. Our fairy queen catches Medusa's gaze in the haunted glass, enters the memory void. Birds snip at his quivering liver. Oh no, there goes his wedding tackle floating the tigress. The final image our jolly tress-dresser registers is the gaze of the phallic mother, a look that bloodies the dream screen, eyes that render men hard and dead. 4. Fade to Medusa, spins round and round in the shop chair, cackles hysterically as her darlings fly free. But wait, Dwitzen's no dull guy. Anima alive and thriving after a particularly dramatic faint, our master of the beautiful rises. Medusa is impressed, recognizes him for who he really is. Really? Scratch the cut, bub. Let's go for a permanent wave. It's gonna take a potent solution. Thank you.